Greetings, everyone. My name is Quinn Tuck. During this speech, I'd like to persuade you to think as I think, that alcohol should be illegal. I will try to persuade you to think as I think by stating facts how crime rates and alcohol tie together, how death rates and alcohol tie together, and how alcohol affects your health, physically and mentally. I was encouraged to do this speech because I had a friend about a year ago around this time died because a drunk driver was driving with his headlights off. How many of you are aware that every 32 minutes someone in America is hit by a drunk driver and dies? How many are aware that every 2 out of 5 Americans will once in their lifetime encounter with a drunk driver? 70% of alcohol incidents occur at home after 11 p.m. 20 of these incidents have weapons involved. 40% of the murders convicted today in federal prison had 40% of the convicted 40% of convicted murderers were under influence during their crime. Based on victim reports, alcohol used by offenders was a factor in 37% of rapes and 15% of robberies. Now that I have discussed how alcohol and crime rates tie together, let me discuss how alcohol affects your physical health. Drinking too much will increase your heart rate, it will increase your blood pressure, and it will also make your heart enlarge. Alcohol is considered a central nervous system depressant. The central nervous system is slowed down by the alcohol. The body can't react as quickly to the message the brain is sending. For instance, the central nervous system works like this. When you're jumping, it tells you how high to jump or how far to jump. Or when you're driving, it tells you when to hit the brakes or when to turn on your signal light. Drinking alcohol causes cirrhosis, hepatitis, or even cancer to the liver. The liver is your largest organ in your body. Cirrhosis watches the liver's ability to keep our blood free from poison and bacteria. People can get cirrhosis in various ways, but drinking too much alcohol is the #1 way in America. Now that I have talked about how it affects your physical health, let's discuss how it affects your mental health. Mentally, you cannot think straight when you're under the influence of alcohol. You may think you're on the right side of the road, but you're on the wrong side of the road. You may think you're going backwards, but you're going forward. Who knows? Too much alcohol can make you think some crazy things. Regular drinking lowers the level of serotonin. Serotonin is a chemical that helps regulate your mood. Too much alcohol can turn you into an alcoholic over time, and alcoholics have different mood swings. Sometimes they're happy. This is most of the time they're happy when they're under the influence. One of the signs that drinking is affecting your mood is grumpiness, being impatient, and other things. During this speech, I hope you understand that alcohol is affecting today's society. It's killing too many innocent people. It's hurting too many families. One way that we can resolve this problem is abandoning alcohol. Though it may hurt some, but it may help more than many. Next time you decide to drink, just one drink, think about my friend. The person that killed him only had one drink, or maybe he had one too many. I used a lot of references during my speech. 4 of my references come from online and 1 come from a book that was in my local library. The book that I use is called Reference Book Alcohol. One of the websites I use is WebMD. Another website I use is Alcohol Advice. Another website I use is Center for Disease and Controlled Drug Addiction. And last but not least, one of the websites that I use most was Treatment Drug Rehab. Thank you for your time. I hope I do persuade you to think that alcohol is wrong and that it should be illegal.